Sunday, October 4th, 2020. I am spending the day doing nothing, which is nice. Oh, fuck, I might watch Uncut Gems. I have it on DVD. Are you jealous? My DVD and Blu-ray collection. Everyone's jealous of my DVD and Blu-ray collection. So I was working on material. I thought, like, today I could just relax, watch Better Call Saul Season 3, Episode 1. The shit is really picking up. I'm digging it. And so I decided I would write. So one of the things I've been working on is now I understand how to do the dour stuff. I understand how to do the darker stuff. And I get how to be an engaging performer without necessarily being funny. Like, I get kind of how to use that skill now. So now I'm going to focus on stuff that isn't so heady, isn't so complicated, and is a little more distinctly me. And one of the ways, I think one of the things that's been helping is the just staying present thing. Like, it's exhausting. I'm tired. I use up most of my gas all day just kind of focusing on, like, being in the present moment. But it does allow me to, I guess, understand myself better. I don't know how to describe it yet, but it does allow me to, like, have a better understanding of myself. And so little minutiae or little angles to my life that I just hadn't thought about before, I'm able to extrapolate on. So what I got here is we had the buddy cast recently with Joe Beltran. Shouts out to Joe Beltran. He's running a great mic every Wednesday. At, was it 7, 8? I don't know. Y'all start late anyway, San Bernardino. But look up Joe Beltran if you want to check out a dope open mic, and donate money to him for his fucking trouble. So we were doing the buddy cast, and we're all talking or whatever, and fashion got brought up. I think I did, and I was trying to understand Beltran's perspective about why he dresses the way he dresses, and I don't think I was articulating what I meant well at the time. That, like, I'm just not comfortable. Like, I'm just not comfortable. I just don't fucking want to do that. And in this whole being present, understanding myself, yada, 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 it feels like I understand internally a little better why I don't like dressing up that way. Or dressing up, not that way, but just dressing up in general. Like, it's cool every now and again. You know, when I go to the opera with my bitches, wearing bow ties, slicking my dreadlocks to the side, you know, changing my hippie hoop earrings, those, like, my Snoop Dogg hoop earrings into Jay-Z diamonds. You know, when I get flossy in this bitch. Fuck am I talking about? So I wrote out some stuff. Let's see. I think these would just be premises that I have to work off of. But I got, my priority isn't fashion. I dress like Grand Theft Auto character, dress like the kids in the Sandlot, dress like I'm always ready to hop a fence. Dudes clown on my cheap shoes and then walk their nice-ass Jordans onto the bus. I don't prioritize clothes. I waste my money on candy bowls for my room. So I have these ideas, and that's how I wrote this other stuff that I have. And the past 2 nights of street stand-up, I've been in a more focused place. It's a little easier for me to riff. It's easier for me to be calm and keep control of the situation. The hard part now is translating that to 5 minutes. Like, I have 2 hours to get into a groove. 5 minutes is a whole other feeling of, like, you don't have that time with the audience to build some sort of rapport. I feel rushed, and I think because I'm feeling rushed, I don't stay in first person enough, and I don't just let it go. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to work this out on stage next time we have a mic. And I need to stay present, and I need to not rush. I just need to stay calm. So that's what I got. I'm gonna say it in the first episode or in the first recording of every week, so that I don't keep having to repeat it. If you're interested or if you like this shit, just share it with somebody. I'm trying to build that audience and let them know that I'm not a headliner. That I'm a comic who's working out how to become a comic, how to become a good comic. In fact, if you watch Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul, I think you'll enjoy whatever this podcast is. It's basically a real life version of watching somebody change. They used to say that shit about Vince Gilligan talked about that with Breaking Bad. That the show itself is like chemistry in that it's really the process of change, and that could be change in chemicals or change in how a person's personality shifts. So you can kind of look at this podcast kind of like that. You're just watching somebody try to become a thing. That's all it is. Minus the explosions and the gunshots and the drugs and the awesome montages. Minus all that stuff. That's basically what this podcast is. All right, so if you know somebody that you think would enjoy it, please share it with them. If you enjoy it, thanks. I'm still saving up for the RV. So if you don't know, I want to buy an RV so I don't have to pay rent, so I can travel the country and do comedy. And then I'm going to buy like a condo or a house or whatever, and I'm going to rent that out so I can get money to supplement my stand-up comedy lifestyle so I can quit my day job. So I have a whole plan. I'm not doing this shit willy-nilly. So don't worry. This is not a handout you're giving me if you do donate. I am saving up on my own regardless. So if you want to donate to that goal, my Instagram has the link to the GoFundMe for the RV if you want to donate there. And that'll be my little advertisement. So I won't bring any of this shit up again during the rest of the week's recordings. And Film Favorites is out. And it's Bryce Vales and I. He directed my one-man show comedy special. Film Favorites is Bryce is a film fanatic, and he has made his top 500 favorite films. And we are essentially going from 500 down to 1 and discussing them. So if you're interested in film, I think you'll really dig it. We made the first season, and the first episode's out. I think that's about it. Till next time. Wednesday, October 7th, 2020. This is probably going to be short. Did the open mic tonight at Beltran's. Fuck. Yo, I just ate a lollipop. And, like, some of it's in my throat. Is that necessary information? Was that relevant to the podcast? My sugar adventures. It's inevitably going to give me diabetes. Jesus. Anyway, so... All right, so I did my set tonight and talked about... Me and Zero were talking about on A to Z. And I think I'm finally, like, my... I think I'm able to do all the stuff that I wanted to do, that I was working on. Like, I mean, I say this over and over, and I'm doing comedy backwards, but I wanted to make it as hard as possible, and I wanted to focus on very few things. I think, and I would not know the numbered episode, but at some point I watched a video analysis of David Fincher films and how he kind of makes boundaries around himself. And he works around those boundaries, and what comes out is something really interesting that I like. And I mean, you hear me all the time compare music to stand up and film to stand up, and I was basically in a lot of ways trying to emulate that vibe, right? But the difference I would say is that music is created, films are created inherently with a box like that. Like I look at stand-up comedy specials as like, oh, they're movies, basically. They're movies, but there just happens to be just a person talking to you. But the way a stand-up special, the way the material is created, unless you're doing like a Bo Burnham type of thing, the way the material is created is very organic. And so I was trying to just sort of put myself in this box to learn the skills, to learn the things I needed to learn until I eventually got to a place where I could step out of that And so I feel like at this point I'm at that place where I'm like, all right, I've done these particular topics to death. I know what it's like to be working on stuff that's just hard to make funny. And now I'm gonna chillax and stay present and you know, open up the floodgates a little more with the stuff that I talk about. So I'm gonna throw away. Well, no, there's some stuff that works, but regardless, I'm gonna throw away stuff that's not seeming to work. That roads I don't feel like going down anymore, and then I'm just gonna start fresh and work on this particular skill of just, you know, whatever, and we'll see what happens. So, yep.